Hello, fifth graders. We are going to be taking a look at percent this week. This can be found in chapter 10, which is the book that you don't have right now. You have book A, and this is in book B. But good thing for you, I have the book. So let's get started. We are going to be doing just 10.1 right now. And the lesson objective is to relate and compare percents, decimals, and fractions to each other. A lot of this is just going to be a review for you guys, so I'm going to go through it kind of fast. Percent's another way of writing part of a whole. That's important, part of a whole. Do you remember what else is a way of writing part of a whole? Were you thinking fractions? Are you thinking decimals? Percents. One other thing we won't do today, which is ratios. So those 4 different ways are writing parts of a whole. In this example, you can see there are a bunch of tulips, which are a certain kind of flower, and we can tell that there are 100 because each row is a row of 10. And so we can see there are 75 red ones, because if you just count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, and half of a row of 5, 75. So there are 75 red tulips out of 100. This is the way you would write that fraction, and 75 hundredths as a decimal, and 75%, because percent always means out of 100. Here's another example. We've got 10 rows of beads, and there are 10 in each row. It says 38 of them are red, 10, 20, 30, and yeah, I can see there's 8 there, so 38. Express 38 out of 100 as a fraction, a decimal, and a percent. Would you agree that there are, let me change the color first, 38, so the fraction would be 38 out of 100? Good, because that is correct. And remember that you say the decimal exactly the same as the fraction. So 38 hundredths, the 8, the last digit that you say, belongs in the hundredths place. So hundredths, tenths, there we go, 38 hundredths. And percent is 38%. Now here's an example just like the last one, except that the whole object is a square, and the square is cut into 100 parts. How many are shaded? Well, we've got 10 here, 20, and that's 5, so 25. 25 parts are shaded. So the fraction that represents the shaded is this, and so we can say 25% of the large square is shaded. How much is not shaded? Well, the opposite. Out of 100, if 25 are shaded, then 75, or in this case 75%, is not shaded. Here we have another square cut into 100 pieces, and we need to fill in the blanks here. How many parts out of 100 equal parts are shaded? Well, let's see, 10, 20, 30, 40, and this looks like 8. So 48 parts out of 100 are shaded. What fraction of the large square is shaded? So if the denominator is 100, that means 48 is the numerator. And what percent of the large square is shaded? Well, if it's 48 hundredths, we know that it's 48%. What fraction of the large square is not shaded? Let's see. Well, we can subtract 48 from 100, that's 52, okay. 52, we didn't have to count them, although we could count them, but it was faster for me just to subtract. And so what percentage of the large square is not shaded? Guess that'd be 52%. See, is it all coming back to you? You're going to stop and do some quiz questions on Edpuzzle for these next 4 questions. And you are going to do these questions in Edpuzzle. And now express decimals as percents. So we've been doing fractions as percents up until now. Now decimals as percents. Here we've got 3/100ths. Remember, you say this, 3, and then you end with the place value of the very last digit. So the 3 is in the hundredths place, 3/100ths. This is also 3/100ths. And we express that as a percent as 3% because that's out of 100. And here we've got 10, 20, 30, 45. 45/100ths, 45/100ths, so 45%. And we've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. That's where this comes from, 70/100ths. Do you know why it says 7/10ths? Because we can look at each one of these rows. How many rows are there? 10 rows. And out of 10 rows, how many are shaded? 7. So 7/10ths, 7/10ths, equivalent to 70/100ths. The fraction is 70/100ths, so the percent is always out of 100 as well, 70%. You can also see these on the number line below. Notice here this isn't 100, this is 1 whole. That represents each one of these shapes. The whole thing is 1, and they're cut into hundredths. So if you only have 3 out of 100, this is how low on the number line that 3% is. And equally, 45 out of 100 would be there, and 70 out of 100. 100 little pieces, which in turn makes up one whole bigger object. You are going to be doing these as quiz questions on the Ed puzzle. And we're going to look at this, express percents as fractions. So going straight from percents to fractions, starting with 8% then, since that's out of 100, it's really easy to do this right here and say, okay, out of 100, how many are shaded in? Oh, 8. Except that what if we take that whole entire thing and we cut it into larger pieces? Well, we can cut it into 25 pieces, in which case of those 25 pieces, this many shaded is also this many, which is 2. That's where we get 2 25ths from. Are you going to always do that? No, you're just going to think, okay, I'm going to simplify this fraction. What can I divide into 8 and 100? If you are thinking 2, you're correct, but if you divide by 2, you'll have to do it twice. If you think of the biggest number possible, like right here, you'll divide by 4 just once and you'll get 2 25ths like you see down below. And then the purple one, see, we've got 65% here. And how do we turn 65% into a fraction? Is we always know that percents are out of 100, so that's why we have 100 on the bottom. And however many shaded in this case is the numerator. So 65 out of 100. But we do have to make sure that we simplify if the fraction is the final answer. So 65 and 100 can both be divided by 5. If you can't do that in your head, it's totally fine to do it like this. And then you will end up getting 13 20ths into a, And those problems you're going to do on Ed Puzzle Quiz. And this is the last part. Now we're going to go from percents to decimals. We've gone from fractions to percents, decimals to percents, percents to fractions, and now percents to decimals. And this is the last one. So if you start out with a percent, it's really hard to go straight to the decimal. It's way easier to go to fraction first and then decimal. Because you know that percent is out of 100, so there you can do 48/100ths. And since you say the fraction exactly the same as the way you say the decimal, it just makes it easier. Remember, when you say 48/100ths as a fraction, to turn it to a decimal, you listen to how you're saying it. 48/100ths. Okay, 8/100ths. That means an 8 goes in the hundredths place. It's really hard to write with this pen. And so here's the tenths place, and here's the decimal and the whole number. And as long as you get that last digit that you say, 48 hundredths, the 8 in the hundredths, just let the other numbers fall into place in front in the larger place values. So for example, this one's 79%, which is the same as 79 hundredths, 79 hundredths. So 9 goes in the hundredths place. So since the 7 is in front of the 9, we'll put it there, which is the tenths place. That means I put a decimal there, because then we've got the whole numbers, or the ones place. And that's exactly what you see right there. Okay, and these will be the last ones that you are going to do as a quiz form in the Ed Puzzle. Okay, good luck, guys. If you have any questions, or if you seem to be getting a couple wrong, come and Zoom with me from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. Monday through Friday, and I hope to talk with you.